With the announcement that the live-action Legend of Zelda movie will be releasing March 26, 2027, it's become apparent that two titans will be going head-to-head, not only in the same month, but just 1 week apart. Yes, the highly successful Sonic the Hedgehog film series will be getting a fourth installment on March 19th, 2027. Mathematicians will notice that's just 1 week before the release of Nintendo's high-budget, Arad-produced Legend of Zelda movie. While the Sonic movies have been highly successful, with the third film grossing almost $500 million worldwide at the box office, the second grossing just over $400 million, and the original grossing over $300 million, Nintendo's history at the box office isn't too bad either. In fact, the Super Mario Bros. Movie grossed over $1.3 billion at the box office. Yes, that means the film outperformed all three Sonic movies combined.
Come on.
However, the other kinda Nintendo movie, Detective Pikachu, only grossed $433 million worldwide, about on the level of the second and third Sonic movies. This is kinda surprising considering just how popular Pokemon is. However, both of these movie series are live action. Sonic and Pokemon were competing against Mario, an animated movie. The Legend of Zelda film will be live action, not animated, which means it's possible that it could gross the same as Detective Pikachu and Sonic, and not approach Super Mario Bros. Level success. Other live-action video game movies, like 2021's Mortal Kombat, haven't done very well. Mortal Kombat only made $84 million worldwide, while 2018's Tomb Raider did better with $274 million worldwide. Sony's Uncharted film in 2022, starring Tom Holland, grossed over $400 million, which puts it right in line with the Sonic movies. Outside of Mario, there's actually not that many animated video game movies to compare with the live-action ones. There's Angry Birds, which grossed over $350 million worldwide, but little else. Wreck-It Ralph, which is kind of like a Donkey Kong adaptation, but not really, grossed nearly $500 million. The sequel did even better with $530 million. Okay, so with this limited data, it seems like animated video game movies do perform better than live-action movies. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, however, is doing most of the heavy lifting in this assumption. Since both Zelda and Sonic are live-action, Sonic 4 may do okay against the new Zelda movie. After all, this is the fourth installment in a highly successful series that grosses more money each installment, with the third film being the highest-grossing live-action video game movie ever made. It wouldn't be outrageous to assume the fourth Sonic movie will gross around $500 million at the worldwide box office. So, what will the Zelda movie make at the box office? You might assume Zelda will do better than Sonic because it's more popular. But actually, if you add up all the Sonic video game sales, they've sold 12 million more copies than the Zelda games. While we as Nintendo fans think Zelda is extremely popular, it's not actually in the top 10 best-selling video game franchises. Mario, however, is at the very top, which likely accounts for its $1.3 billion result at the box office. It also helps that Mario appeals to all ages, whereas Zelda tends to appeal to a slightly older audience. For that reason, as well as the fact it's live action, I don't think Zelda will do as well as the Mario movie. However, if the film is great, there's always the chance it could outperform due to word of mouth. The Warcraft movie, a live-action adaptation of the popular Blizzard PC game, did relatively well with $439 million at the worldwide box office. However, you'll notice that since its 2016 release, the film never received a sequel. That's because while it is the fourth best-performing video game movie ever made, it still wasn't enough to convince Blizzard that it was successful. They wanted to do Lord of the Rings style numbers, and I assume Nintendo is trying to repeat the same success as Lord of the Rings as well. They're even filming the Zelda movie in New Zealand and hoping for it to become a trilogy, just like the Peter Jackson directed films. They also got Wes Ball, the director of The Maze Runner and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, to direct the Zelda movie. While he's not Peter Jackson, he seems fairly capable of emulating that kind of film. And take a look at the synopsis. The Legend of Zelda follows Link, a young warrior destined to protect the magical kingdom of Hyrule from the forces of darkness. The land is under threat from Ganon, a ruthless warlord who seeks the Triforce, an ancient relic said to grant limitless power. To stop him, Link must embark on a perilous journey, battling monstrous creatures, exploring treacherous dungeons, and solving intricate puzzles to uncover sacred artifacts that can aid him in his quest. If you didn't know anything about the Zelda series, you'd probably think that the Triforce sounds a lot like the ring in Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings films grossed about $1 billion each worldwide, not adjusting for inflation. I would be shocked if Nintendo wasn't hoping for the Zelda movie to do just as well or better. It's possible if the film is amazing, the movie could do those numbers. But just based on franchise recognition, I don't think it's likely. If that were true, Warcraft would have at least doubled its numbers. In the end, I believe Zelda will probably do better than Warcraft, and if it's lucky, it might just beat Sonic 4. Whereas Sonic has the benefit of being more family-friendly, as well as being a known quantity in the film industry, Zelda does have freshness going for it, as well as Nintendo overseeing the production, just as they did with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. It's possible lightning could strike twice, even though they are two wildly different movies. If I had to take a guess based on the information we have today, I'd say Zelda will make between $550 and $600 million worldwide. And the fourth Sonic film will do just under that with around $520 to $540 million worldwide. What do you think? Which film will win at the box office? Will Nintendo or Sega move their movies so they don't compete? And what do you make of the live-action Zelda movie? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the Zelda movie and everything else Nintendo.